Hi, friends. So recently I was doing some online window shopping for craft stuff, as I do frequently, and I came across this. It's a kit to customize a ukulele. I had to buy it because I've never customized a musical instrument before. At least, I don't think I have. No, I haven't. So let's do it. In this kit, we have all the ukulele pieces, the body, the head thing, this board that goes here, or probably that way, some little paint tubs that I will not be using, and a cute little palette, something or other. It's actually a screwdriver and some glue, and all of these little pieces. A little box, a couple of string winder things, some pills, these knobs, a bunch of screws, and what I assume is the strings. And no instructions. Sweet. Okay, well, I guess we'll just worry about that when we get to it. Looking at the body of the ukulele, it has seen better days. There's some scuff marks up here, some staples on the top, and what I think is a crack right here. The handle also has some scratches or splits on it, and it's a little chewed up looking on the bottom. So I'm going to do a little repair work here. First, I'm going to fill in some of these spots. And to do that, I'm going to use this modeling paste from Arteza. I got it in one of their advent calendars. Honestly, I could probably just paint over the defects and it would be fine, but I want it to be extra fine. Before you say it, I know that there's wood filler, but I don't have any wood filler, and I don't want to go to the store to buy any wood filler. So I'm just going to use what I have. I'm just going to cover it all with paint anyway, and I don't even know how to play the ukulele, so I'm not worried about this being structurally sound or anything. So stop arguing with me because I'm doing this and you can't stop me. I am making kind of a mess, but I know that this stuff sands down, so I'm not particularly worried about it. I should probably do it in thinner layers, but I don't wanna. If it's messed up later, you can just say I told you so. Let's just fill in these scratches on this shaft thing and let everything dry overnight. The next day, here's how it's looking. You can still see the crack a little bit, but that's gonna have to be good enough because I don't have time for a second coat. I sanded down the paste and the rest of the wood while I was at it. Next, I think I'm going to attach the neck to the body of the ukulele before I paint it. I went back and forth about it, but I think if I glue it on first, not only will it be easier, but the paint will sort of seal in that bond. I'm going to use my favorite glue that I use for everything, mostly because it glues everything. It does say woodworking and crafts, so it's fine that I don't have wood glue. Except this glue is always plugged. Excuse me. Any woodworkers, close your eyes and look away because I'm just going to do it this way. I want to put a lot on because I want it to fill in the gaps between the neck and the body. A nice gooey, gluey bond. I guess I'll just hold it like this for 800 years while it sets up. Oh, actually I can use a rubber band. Oh yeah, I'm a genius. Okay, now that it's set up a little bit, I'm going to use a cheap paintbrush to just sort of cram some glue in that crack. This glue does specifically say that it will fill in gaps, so I'm not being totally crazy. Once it dried, I did sand it lightly, but I was too eager to get to painting, so I didn't really try that hard. This is going to be a dark color anyway, so I'm not super worried about it being noticeable. Now, gesso. Ew. My gesso is starting to go a little chunky. Does that mean it's getting old? Oh well. After it was gessoed, I sketched out some characters, but we're just going to ignore those for now. I just wanted to be able to paint around them and not have to sketch and paint over black later. And I'm painting it black because this is going to be a galaxy. I've never painted a galaxy before, at least not one like this, so I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing. I started with a layer of black paint, then I sponged on a second layer, adding in some sections of dark blue and dark purple. Then I used some super stiff and scratchy brushes. Seriously, what are these made of? I use these to stipple on a lighter blue and a lighter purple to highlight the darker blue and purple areas. If this whole thing is a galaxy, what are the colored parts called? Anyway, this was looking fabulous until it dried. The colors basically disappear over the black. So the trick is to sponge on some white paint before the other colors. Then they show up great. That's not really a trick since I just told you exactly what I did. But it will save you a useless couple of steps. Last, I wanted to splatter some stars on here. First, I tried that thing where you slap the brush full of paint, but I kept getting these fat splotches with tails. That's not what we're going for. So then I used my finger to run across the bristles. It was way messier, but it gave that tiny spray of dots that I wanted. And with all of that figured out, I repeated the steps on each side. Now let's get to the best part, the characters. I knew that I wanted to put a bunch of my characters on here, but I wasn't quite sure what theme I wanted. But then I had a vision of Tippy, my foam clay balloon dog, shooting through space, propelled by the air from her own balloon butt. Technically, the end of the balloon is on her nose, so that didn't really work, but the space theme stuck. So first we have Tippy, gently floating through space, ridden by Shebop, Bebop's girlfriend that I created in a recent Create This Book video. I did punch up Shebop's colors a little bit, but she's still got that no-neck Muppet face look going. Then we have Kevin taking a little nap on the moon. Well, a moon. I don't know if it's the moon. If you don't remember, Kevin really enjoys sliding down rainbows, so he's very tired. Kevin is wearing a space helmet since he's an Earth panda, and he can't just breathe the no air that's in space. Since these are on a black background, I couldn't just go with my standard black outline. Especially since some characters, like Kevin, have a lot of black parts. So I decided to add an extra white outline around the edge. And I love it. They almost look like stickers. On one side of the ukulele, we have Bebop. You know that Shebop doesn't go anywhere without him. Plus, he's secretly one of my favorites. Bebop is cruising through the galaxy on a rocket ship, like it's a skateboard. I love Bebop, but painting him this tiny was not easy. On the other side of the guitar is Fuzzbert. Most of you probably don't remember Fuzzbert, but he is also another Create This Book creation. He seemed to fit this galaxy since he's also a creature with no specific species. He's not a Furby. Don't compare him to Furby. He's really sensitive about that. I am including all of the video of me going back and forth with the white and black markers fixing the outline, just because I feel like a lot of creators skip over the insane amount of minute touching up that's done. Unless they actually don't do an insane amount of minute touching up, and maybe I'm just actually insane. Anyway, on the back, we have Barry, the strawberry milk cow. Barry was created in my very first Ugly Thrift Flip. And I recreated her in a Create This Book spread. She usually has a strawberry on her head, but she couldn't fit it inside her space helmet. Luckily, she found a very strawberry-colored planet to chill on. And down here, of course, we have Sheila. You know I couldn't forget about her. And our precious little girl is just swinging on some stars. Sheila loves sparkles, and they are very important to her. So I tried to use a glitter paint pen, and it didn't come out that sparkly. But I learned my lesson with the Sheila squishy disaster and quit while I'm ahead. If only Sheila would stop demanding such an extra wardrobe. There is one more character on the very bottom of the ukulele, but there was no way to film that angle. Bad planning on my part. This is Jessica. Jessica is a shark squishy I painted in a Dollar Tree makeover video. I'm not sure I ever actually gave her a name in that video, but it's Jessica. So there you go. I did seal all of this in with some matte varnish, and then I put all the pieces on. I was able to find a video explaining how to put it together. Well, sort of. The video is super fast and not super specific, so I have no idea if I actually did it correctly. But it looks vaguely right. I also had to look up a video on how to string the darn thing. Again, not sure it's correct, but I did my best. And it does make noise. So with that, I'm calling this project done. I absolutely love this ukulele. Galaxy is so pretty, and I love how all of the characters turned out. They all came out so cute, and there's honestly nothing I would change about them. This is probably my favorite project I've done since Kennicorn. So, what do you think? Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.